Time for another episode of Synth Only, where I make a piece of music using just one keyboard or synthesizer. I remember back in 1983, popping into the local music store. The store owner handed me a vinyl 7 single containing demo sounds of a new Yamaha synthesizer called the DX7. It was the first commercially viable digital synthesizer. When I listened to the 7 single demonstration of the DX7, I couldn't actually believe my ears. Up until then, if you wanted a good Fender Rhodes sound, you had to have a Fender Rhodes. While the analog synthesizers of the day were great with strings and pads and lead sounds, they weren't very good at electric pianos or vibraphones or anything that had a crystalline bell or mallet type sound. The DX7 synthesizer was manufactured by the Yamaha Corporation from 1983 to 1989 and evolved through various stages from the original DX7 to the DX7S, the DX7 and the DX7 2FD. Other synthesizers in the range included the extremely expensive DX1, the DX5, the DX9, the DX11 and the DX21. It was followed by modular versions like the TX7, the TX81Z and the TX802. The DX7 employed FM synthesis, a means of generating sounds via frequency modulation which was developed by John Chowning at Stanford University, California. FM synthesis can create brighter, glassier sounds, as well as harsher and chillier sounds. The DX7 was responsible for many iconic sounds from the 80s. The Bass 1 preset was used on songs such as Take On Me by a-ha, Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, and Fresh by Kool and the Gang. The very famous Electric Piano 1 Fender Rhodes emulation became particularly famous, especially for power ballads, and was used by artists including Whitney Houston, Chicago, Phil Collins, Luther Vandross, Billy Ocean and Celine Dion. Amazingly enough, in 1986 this preset was used in 40% of the number 1 singles on the US Billboard Hot 100, 40% of country number 1s, 60% of R&B number 1s. FM synthesizers are extremely difficult to program, and only very few could master it. One of them being Brian Eno, who was able to program the DX7 to sound more ethereal and ambient, and used it on albums with groups like U2. Needless to say, after hearing the original DX7 demonstration, I purchased my DX7 in 1983. I sold mine in the 90s, but recently was gifted with a DX7 2FD, which I'm using in this video. Let's give it a listen.